Hello, all of my Kershey babes. Welcome to another fabulous video with your girl Kershey. If you are new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you to the Kershey crew. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button so you can stay in the know. For all of my babes who are returning, welcome back. Now let's get mixing. So today I will be showing you guys how we make our very own rose infused lip gloss, and I will not be showing you not one, not two, but three different ways on how you can make this gloss. So before we get started, you want to make sure you have yourself a nice little mat to help make the cleanup process smooth. You will need your rose petals, and these are the rose petals that I use here. You will need your lip gloss base. I do have 6 ounces of lip gloss base already in that. You will need your squeeze tubes, and in this video I'm using 15 ml squeeze tubes. You will also need your syringe. This is a 60 ml syringe, and not finally, but you will need a few pipettes. I have about 3, and you'll see why in a moment. And then you will need a pair of scissors. Another thing that you will need that I'm getting right now is you will need spoons for mixing. Okay. Now, and then also, of course, you will need your scale. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my scale on here, and I'm going to go ahead and tare it. Now, guys, remember, the reason why I use a scale is because I like for my lip glosses to always have the same consistency. So I do measure how much gloss to oil I have. And remember, guys, the oil that I use is my pre-mixed oil. Okay, it's already mixed. It already has the oils that I want in it, in a perfect mixture that I like. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start mixing this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and speed this up while we go ahead and get to mixing. All right, you guys, so I am back, and I just want to let you guys know. So remember, I'm going to be showing you guys not one, not two, but 3 different ways. Okay, now this gloss is one of our thinner gloss. You guys see that consistency? Yes, it is a little bit thinner than what my other glosses are, but I love this gloss. It feels so smooth, feels so good. So yeah, so we are about to get into the first way of making your rose lip gloss. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and set our spoon to the side. Now, what you will need is, of course, you will need your lip gloss tube, but you will also need a pipette, not cut or anything, just a plain old pipette. So we're going to go ahead and take our rose petals and empty a few of them out so we can have some to work with, so we're not just constantly digging out of the bag. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and set that to the side. Now, what you want to do is you want to take your pipette and you want to dip it. Now, I'm going to mess up here because what's supposed to happen is and you'll see I fix it and I do it in a little bit, but what you want to do is you actually want to add in some Versagel, because as you can see, it's not sticking. And like I said, it's because I missed a step. So you want to stick it in there like I did in the Versagel. Stick your pipette in the Versagel, and then you want to get the Versagel all over your tube. That way it's going to help. It's going to help your petals stick. Okay? Now what you want to do is now that it has Versagel on it, you want to pick it up and you want to put it in, and it's going to stick to the walls. Sometimes you'll have to do a little squeeze, just squeeze it just to get your rose petal in there to stick. Now, this method is good for those of you who want to count. I want to count my petals. I want to see how many petals, how many rose petals is in each. Or if, you have a little bit of OCD and you're like, I want it to be placed here, or I want it to be placed there. This is really good with helping you. Well, I wouldn't say with helping you, but for those of you who like to strategically place your petals. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do a speed through as I go ahead and finish. Oops, I dropped it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a speed through as I go ahead and finish this one and go ahead and start with our second one. So I will be doing 2 this way. So talk to you later. All right, you guys. So we have went ahead and completed the second one the right way from the beginning, and this is the what it looks like. Now, what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and put our Versagel in our tube. Now, with the consistency, like I said, this consistency is thinner than the consistency than my other glosses. So it does get a tiny bit messy, not a lot messy, but it gets a little bit messy simply because this is one of my only glosses that is this consistency. So I don't work with this consistency often, so this is something that I am still in the process of getting used to, but that's okay. But do you guys just see just how easily it goes in? Like I could just dump it in. Like I love the consistency for this purpose as well. It is so easy to go into your syringe. Now, once I figure out how to not make a mess, we're going to be in there. So now what I'm doing is I'm just getting out all of the air bubbles, all that excess air. And that's what you see with the gloss that is going back in, is me just pushing my stopper down so that we could get that excess gloss out. Now we're just going to go ahead and start piping our gloss. So that is number 1. And this is lip gloss number 2. And what happened was there was an air bubble, and so it was kind of jamming up on me, but that's okay because we can always push through them. So yeah. Okay. And also, guys, when you get an air bubble, you just want to make sure that you just put more gloss in there as well so that it compensates for the air bubble that was just there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put my stoppers on my lip gloss and set them to the side. So that is way number 1. Now we're going to go with our second way, okay? So that was the first. This is going to be the second way. So the second way that we're going to do it is just how you see most people do it. You're just going to put it down in there and you're going to shake. Now, what shaking does, I don't know, because so many YouTubers, they're like, just put it in there and shake and it's going to be all over. But for me personally, it does not work that way. This second method is my least favorite method. So I'm going to try a 2.0 or 2.1. So what I'm going to do is kind of mix the second and the first method. I'm going to put a little bit of Versagel in, and then I'm going to put my rose petals in the tube and shake and see what that does. Now, feedback on this. It's sticky in there. So I wouldn't really recommend this way. You guys see how I'm having to tap it on the table simply because it's sticky. So it's not really going to go down like how you want it to go down. I think another way to try would maybe be putting them in and then putting your Versagel around the edges and then shaking it up. Because with putting the Versagel in first, it's making it kind of hard for the rose petals to actually go down in there. But it still worked out. It just took a lot more than was necessary. So I would not recommend 2.0. But it still works. It's still another way to get your rose petals in there, and they are dispersed, okay? Like I said, with way number 2, which you guys are going to see in a little bit, they're not really dispersed like how I like it. But 2.0, it does still get them dispersed. So we're going to go ahead and do a little speed through as we go ahead and fill our tubes. All right, you guys, so tubes are filled. So this is way number 2. As you can see, like I said, they're just at the bottom, which I personally do not like. And then 2.0, they are dispersed, but it still wasn't, the best. But it worked. They're not all at the bottom, which that is just obviously my least favorite. So now we're going to go ahead and go into way number 3. So we're just going to go ahead and grab ourselves a few more petals. Now way number 3, after doing this video, I am personally going to stick with way number 3. So it's kind of so what you're going to do is you're going to start off with way number 2. So you're going to put some rose petals on the bottom. Okay, now what you're going to do, of course, we're going to go ahead and fill up our syringe really quick. But what you're going to do with this way is you're going to fill it a little bit, okay? Not a lot, a little bit. You're going to fill it maybe just until you're on top of your roses. And then you're going to put more roses in. So I'm going to show you guys right now. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill it up. And I did my best to try to give you guys a visual. So you're going to fill it, okay? And then you're going to stop. Guys, see that? I stopped, like, not even a lot in there yet. And then I'm going to go ahead and put more roses. Now, this way really disperses your roses. I love this way. This is definitely my favorite way to go ahead and do it. So yeah, so you're going to go ahead and put some more petals in there, like so. And then you're going to go ahead and put yourself some more Versagel. Well, not Versagel. I would say your Versagel mixture. Yeah, so we're just, and guys, put as much as you want. If you want your whole tube to be filled with roses, do that. It's your gloss, is your creation. What your unique twist to your gloss is what makes your gloss your gloss. Is what makes, you different from Kershey Cosmetics or any other brand. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do ourselves a speed through as we go ahead and finish this up. All right, you guys, so we have went ahead and finished that up, and look at that. That is perfect, you guys. That is what you want your gloss to look like. Well, me personally. So this is way number 1, where we strategically placed it. All right, that's the first one, and that is the second one of strategic placement. This is 2.0, all right, where we put a little bit of Versagel and then put the rose petals and just let them land where they may. This is way 2, where we just put them in and filled our syringe. Our tube. And then this is way 3, where we add petals, add Versagel, add petals, add Versagel until you get your desired finish. Okay. All right, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Stay tuned for the next video where we go ahead and clean up our mess and clean up our glosses. As always, as I said, thank you for watching and supporting my channel. Be sure to follow on Instagram and show some love on my website. Link down below. See you in the next video. Bye, Kershey babes. Until next time.